First and foremost, thank you very much, Sister Gurley, and kudos to you for your exposition in behalf of our apologetic session, mainly a topic on the fourth commandment, which is on marriage. Am I right?
Yes po.
Um, is it some for me? It's elementary. What you have given as an introduction, what Sister Gurley made mention in the beginning, that every marriage, as is always the introduction of priest when it comes to marriage, is that it always mirrors the union and love of husband and wife, or a woman and a man before they become husband and wife, mirrors the love and unity of Christ with the church. So that is God's covenant from the Old Testament to the New Testament. And that is supported biblically, but more than anything else, it is supported by the dogmatic constitution of the church. And in the understanding in CCC 1601, it is important that we see that as something ideal and always our guide. If it mirrors the love and unity of Christ, that is why divorce cannot be recognized by the church, mainly because of the fact that God cannot make a mistake. If when Jesus Christ becomes the mirror of married men and married couples, then definitely, if we make a mistake and it mirrors on the love and unity of Christ, we distort that mirroring. We distort the mirror. And that, I do believe, is important for us to hold as an ideal. Because Christ, most especially in marriage, cannot be seen as we continue to make a mistake and God cannot bless it. God blesses the marriage. And that, I do believe, is how the church is so careful with when it comes to. You would be surprised of how many sessions we make before marriage comes to play and comes with finality. And sometimes even some marriage are even during the process do not continue. Why? Because they realize that there's a lot of factors that is within marriage, and that is why if we continue to apply the same marriage, which is already challenged by a man and a woman, have to be also applied to same-sex marriage, as well as to even act in behalf of our errors, of human error, in the form of divorce and legal separation. Definitely, we find ourselves distorting the ideal image of Christ's love and unity with the church. And that is why we come to this understanding of the exposition as quite difficult in our being Catholic in these modern times. So really difficult, mainly because of the fact that we are confronted with people who want things answered conveniently, who do not recognize the ideals of the Christian, more particularly the Catholic faith, that do not recognize also the understanding of marriage based upon enduring love that is also found in the cross of Christ. Christ and the cross. It should be both Christ and the cross. And that we understand that in a way that marriage is not just a bed of roses. It is something that is with thorns, symbolically. And because of that, we need to continue to uphold that reality, because that is our own ideals, that is our own belief, that is our own faith, and that is this is how we come to understand that our faith in God should be more protected than the belief of any man or woman, or man and man together. It is something that we have to protect. They say you have to protect the love that we have. Sometimes that's the problem. Do not over generalize. Do not overemphasize that mainly because of the fact love can be distorted if defined by human error, and that is something that we need to correct, even with people with psychological gender dysphoria, which we later on will need to tackle. And I rest my sharing in this, having to say that our dear sister Gurley have said enough. Thank you very much, and God bless.